greetings to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When we say Assalamu alayka, at this part in the salat, we are directly sending greetings to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, since he is present in front of us. Otherwise, the word alayhi would have been used in Arabic, indicating a third party who is not present. And the magnificence of this is the indication of the utmost respect that Allah has for his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, such that Allah permits us at the time of prayer, which truly is munajat with Allah, since Allah permits us at the time of prayer to also directly greet our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This opportunity to directly greet our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the magnificence of the tahiyyat. A third point in the definition of the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah concerns the benefits of following the beliefs of the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah for the Muslim community. First of all, as we have already explained, the following of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is the Sunnah, is obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order. Following the Sunnah is obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's order and is in complete accordance with the guidance of the Holy Quran. Studying Islam's history, we can clearly see that the time of exaltation, the time of power and respect of Islam and Muslims was when following the Quran and the Prophet's Sunnah was dominant in the heart of Muslims and in Islamic society. The question that is asked very often is, how did it happen? How did it happen that the greatness, prosperity, and power of Muslims, which at one time had expanded from Arabia to Europe, Asia, and the Persian and Roman empires, how did it happen that the greatness, prosperity, and power of Muslims, how did it happen that this descended into the despicable and powerless condition of Muslims today? To answer this question, many books could be written, but the answer is clearly explained by the noble ayah. Allah does not change or take away his blessings on any group until they change themselves and their way of life. We can see that after the auspicious period of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after the auspicious period of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions, successors, and first generations of Muslims, may Allah reward them with goodness. After the auspicious period of the Holy Prophet, divergent thoughts, deviations from the correct path, and breaking from tradition gradually appeared among Muslims. In Islamic lands, disunity, divergent thoughts replaced unity and brotherhood. Corruption and embezzlement, the embezzlement of the treasury belonging to Muslims, the Bayt al-Mal, replaced sincerity and generosity. And finally, animosity and fighting among fellow Muslims replaced jihad in the way of Allah. With all of this, the Muslim Ummah, instead of holding fast to Allah's rope of salvation, hablullah, Instead of holding fast to Allah's rope of salvation, they became divided into different groups. And it was this division that Allah had warned them of. It was this division that Allah had warned them not to become divided up. Kullu hizbin bima ladayhim farihun. Each group being happy with their way of belief, thinking that they and they alone are in the right path. The sad and pitiful condition of today's Muslims in Kosovo, Bosnia, Kashmir, Chechnya, Palestine, Iraq, and elsewhere, this sad and pitiful condition is the bitter results of these deviations. I am sure that you are well aware of these tragedies in the Islamic lands. Over 1 million Kosovo Muslims have been uprooted from their homes. Thousands of Muslim men have been executed, and Muslim women have been raped. These are similar to the sights that we witnessed in Bosnia just a few years ago. Unfortunately, crime and violence against Muslims are common, a fact that for many reasons is not well reported in the Western media, and a fact which our Muslim community has gradually forgotten. Again, continuing with Shaykh Masum's speech, because of my background, I'm personally well aware of the situation in Iraq. 8 years of sanctions have reduced Iraq and its people to utter destitution. These sanctions are the continuation of war, and the official reports of the United Nations show the magnitude of the catastrophe and the human tragedy. Over 6,000 innocent children are dying every month, and over 1 million have died as a direct consequence of the economic sanctions. How can any Muslim remain silent, since the Prophet has said, a person who starts the day and is not concerned about other Muslims and their well-being is not a Muslim. And in another hadith, none of you believe until you wish for your Muslim brothers and sisters, until you wish for your Muslim brothers the same as that which you wish for yourself. Now, after having briefly reviewed the Islamic history and life of our Holy Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's clear what are the duties and steps to finding the way out of this pitiful condition. And it's clear what is the path to returning to the magnificent time of respect and power of the auspicious period of the Holy Prophet and his companions.